Okay, Tezai.
Thank you. Okay, Tezayin. Simin, Ayin Zayin, Sif Tezayin, continuing in the halachas of the Sudas of Shabbos. So, Kol Adam Yisrael, Bein Ish, Bein Isha, Chayom, Lecho B'Shabbos, Shalosh Sudas. Males, females have to eat 3 Sudas. Achas B'Layla, Shtayim B'Yom, 1 at night, 2 during the day. Chayiv Lecho B'Chol Suda Pas, you have to eat Pas. V'Afilu B'Suda Shlishis, Yizor Me'oid, Lecho Pas Dafka. You should eat specifically Pas. You heard that? People make sure that it's bread for Shalosh Sudas. And once you're ready washing your hands, and then you need a kebeya. Don't fill up so much in the Suda Shachris. You can lekayim mitzvah Shalosh Sudas, so you can be mekayim the mitzvah of Shalosh Sudas. Let's say you can't eat pas gomer. So now this comes up a lot bisman hazeh, because you have people on specific diets and they can't have the gluten-free and etc. etc. So let's say you cannot eat pas gomer. And the Mishnah Berurah seems to say that if it's going to make you uncomfortable, like the lashon of the Mishnah Berurah is the Seuda la'aynig nitna v'loy litzar. The Seuda Shabbos is meant for enjoyment, not to cause pain. Yochel l'chalapachas pas kisnin, then you should at least eat some mezainas, not necessarily challah, but that doesn't usually help the gluten-free people. Or another type of food that's made from the 5 grains. That's also called food. And if you can't do that either, then at least eat things that you normally use with pas, meat and fish and similar things. And if that's also not possible, then at least eat cooked fruits. So there's what to work with for those that, meaning for those that have major issues, gastro issues with having gluten. So then they're not mechuyev to have it. The question is, somebody's on a diet and they can't have gluten because it ruins the diet. That's not called pain. So it would depend on why they're on that diet, etc., etc. The proper time for Suda Shlishis is from Mincha Gedol. Like we had this past Shabbos, that many people ate Shalosh Sudas, at least from that point on, and on Erev Pesach Shabbos was also an issue. All right, fine. But we couldn't be Mekayim Shalosh Sudas, so we did it even before that. You're supposed to use 2 full loaves. You're supposed to hold on to both of them when you say Amoitzi, but say Achaz Me'en, and you break one of them. The minig is to try and make an indentation with the knife. Because during the week, you're supposed to cut around the pas, commotion is like we had, that you don't want to make a hefsek from the hamaitzi to breaking the bread. So that's what you're supposed to cut most of it. But Shabbos but on Shabbos you can't cut through most of it because you need to have a whole loaf. At least make a little indentation or a mark so you know where you're going to cut it. And you won't need to have a long hefsek, and you look at the place that you cut it. And you should put down the loaves that the one that you want to use should be right in front of you, that you shouldn't have to push one away. A little complicated how to do that. I never really understood exactly how to do this. And even if you eat many sudas, you need 2 kikros shleimus. Even if you decide to eat 5 sudas. People are not makbid on this, meaning you go to a kiddush, you should have 2 pieces of cake in front of you. That's what he's saying. Al Tzlecha Mishnah on the mezainis from the kiddush. There you go, parrots. There's a new chumrah for you kiddush. Let's say only one person has the lechem mishnah. Give to who is kulam, he should break it in order to be mitzi. Everybody began b'virchas hamitzi, yetzu mashaberach habaytzeya, and b'virchas hamitzi, he should also be yatzu with what the guy who broke it with. You're supposed to say it that way. And after you taste it from the prusa hamaitzi, then you give each one a piece, and they eat it. You test them like a parsha erev Shabbos. If you didn't, were you not maver said on erev Shabbos, lo yoichel Shabbos b'Shabbos ad sheyikarena, then do not eat until you finish the sedra. But you shouldn't push it off too long. And if you didn't eat, if you didn't, well, not maver before the eating, yikra al kapanim kaidam mincha, do it before mincha. But you have it at saif yom hashlishi, and you have it until the end of the third day, meaning on Tuesday. Also lisanos, and then of course, if not then you have till the next week, and then simchas Torah. Fine. Chaf. Also lisanos b'Shabbos l'shem tainus, you're not allowed to fast. Afilu zman katzar, even for a small amount of time. Afilu shalei l'shem tainus also al kapanim lisanos at chatzos. Even without a shem tainus, you should not fast until chatzos, which in the winter chatzos 11:30. Yeah, if you go to a late davening, 9 o'clock, you didn't drink before davening, it could be that you have this problem. So you should make sure to drink after something before davening. You should not have pain because of any sort of tzara. You should ask for rachmanas from the Rebbeinu Shalom, and that you're allowed to do on Shabbos. Right? Fine. Mitzvah laharbas bepeirus. It's a mitzvah to have extra fruit and migdanos is treats and maybe even besamim in order to count mea brachas, because you have way less brachas, because normally you have 19 brachas in Shemona Esrei, and on Shabbos you only have 7 in each one. And it's a mitzvah to have einig Shabbos shenemar v'karas l'Shabbos einig. So if you ruggle to take a nap, you should take a nap, but not too much. Don't say that I need to take a nap because I need to do work tonight, because that is a embarrassment for Shabbos. After your nap, you're supposed to learn Torah. Parshas Shabbos, nemer vayakel Moshe b'doshe Rabbi Husseinu Zal. Lama nemer Parsha Zu vayakel v'loy nemer kein b'chol Torah kula. Why does it say vayakel, which means to gather, from the word kehila? Amar HaKadosh Baruch Hu l'Moshe, reid v'asei li kehilas kedalos b'Shabbos. Go down and make me kehilas kedalos in Shabbos kedei sheyilmudu hadaras abayim acharecha lahakel kehilas b'chol Shabbos lumad Torah b'Rabbim. What you should get chevra together in order to learn on Shabbos in public. Shabbos and Yom Tov wasn't given to Klal Yisrael only to learn. Because many people are busy all during the week in their malachim, and they don't have time to learn steadily. When they're available, they can learn properly. Because each person according to what he's able to do. So basically it says Balabatim have more of a chiyuv to learn on Shabbos than people that are in Koilel or Rabbeim, because that's what Shabbos is there for. Okay, we will stop over there. Everybody should have a fine night.
Good.